Let me ask you something. How many times have you opened your bank app, stared at the balance, and felt that sinking feeling in your stomach? That feeling of, no matter how hard I work, it's never enough. That it takes a high income, a fancy degree, or a lucky break. But the truth? Wealth is not about how much you earn. That's why budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about direction. It's about purpose. You don't need to track every penny forever, but you do need to take control. Credit card debt, payday loans, car payments that eat half your paycheck. Not by chasing another 9 to -5. We do it by building something. Because wealthy people don't just trade time for money. They create systems. They build skills that scale. They find ways to earn while they sleep. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Now it's time to build. Brick by brick, dollar by dollar, step by step. And I promise you, if you stay consistent, if you keep showing up, if you refuse to quit, you will not recognize your life 5 years from now. That version of you is not a dream. It's a decision. And it starts today. Real wealth is built quietly, slowly, with discipline, intention, and faith. You don't need a big salary. You need a big reason. You need a plan. And now you have one. So pause this video, open your notes, and take the first step. Create your budget, list your debts, choose an investment platform. Pick one skill to start learning, just one. And if you feel overwhelmed, that's okay. Overwhelm means you care. Just don't let it paralyze you, let it push you. And when you need a reminder, come back here. Because this channel isn't just about money, it's about hope. It's about taking back control. It's about you finally becoming the author of your financial story. And you can too. The internet has leveled the playing field. You can learn copywriting, editing, design, coding, consulting, often for free. You can monetize what you already know. Doctors are creating online courses. Lawyers are starting podcasts. Parents are building Etsy stores. Teens are flipping products on eBay. There's never been more opportunity. So instead of scrolling, start studying. Instead of consuming, start creating. Your future income is directly tied to the value you can offer. And the more valuable you become, the less dependent you are on someone else's paycheck. It's like trying to fill a bucket while someone else is drilling holes in the bottom. But money with a purpose. That's powerful. Maybe you want to give your kids a better life than you had. Maybe you want to stop working 12-hour days just to survive. Maybe you want to take care of your parents, retire with dignity, or finally take that trip you've dreamed of. Whatever it is, anchor yourself to that vision. Write it down. See it in your mind every morning. Because the road to wealth is long, and it gets hard. But when your why is clear, the how becomes possible. You'll wake up earlier. You'll say no to things that don't serve you. ULL. Keep going when no one is clapping because you know what's waiting at the end. And it's not just financial, it's emotional. Debt steals your peace. It keeps you up at night. It makes you feel trapped. But you're not powerless. And you're not too deep. The first thing you do is stop the bleeding. Freeze the cards. Stop borrowing. Then list every debt from smallest to largest. Not by interest rate, but by balance. Pay the minimums on all of them, but attack the smallest one with everything you can find. Sell stuff. Cut expenses. Take on an extra job for a few months. And once the first one's gone, move to the next. That's the debt snowball method. And it works not just because it's math, but because it's momentum. You start to believe again. You start to feel powerful. And that belief is the key to everything. Start simple. List what you earn. List what you spend. Be brutally honest. Look at where your money goes. That daily coffee, the takeout, the unused subscriptions, it all adds up. Cut ruthlessly, but not randomly. Ask yourself, asterisk, does this expense bring me closer to freedom or further into survival? And once you've created margin once, there's even a little extra, you redirect that money toward your future, not tomorrow, today, because the sooner you start, the more time your money has to grow. And this is where the game changes. It's about what you do with what you earn. Doesn't sound like much, right? But if you invest that in a simple index fund, do thin fancy, just the stock market's average performance of around 10%, a year over 30 years, you'll have more than $300,000. That's not magic. That's math. That's compound interest, your money, earning money, and then that money earning even more. It's what Albert Einstein called the eighth wonder of the world. And here's the secret. It's not about the amount. It's about consistency. It's about starting now, while everyone else is still waiting for a raise, a bonus, or the perfect moment. Because wealth doesn't come from intensity, it comes from repetition. And the earlier you begin, the less you need to contribute. Because time does the heavy lifting for you. There are janitors who retire millionaires. There are doctors who retire broke. What makes the difference? Behavior? Decisions? Habits? If you're watching this video, chances are you're not waiting for a miracle. You're ready for a blueprint, a real plan. And the first step in that plan is changing the way you think. If you believe your salary's too small to build wealth, then you've already lost. Because the people who win financially are not the ones who earn the most. They read the ones who control what they have. Imagine your income like a leaking bucket. Most people just keep pouring more water, trying to fill it up. But the wise ones, they fix the leaks first. because it doesn't matter how much you make if it disappears through spending, debt, and mindless habits. You try to stay hopeful, but deep down, you wonder if you're just surviving month after month. Maybe you're a parent, trying to stretch every dollar for your kids, cutting corners, sacrificing sleep, and still falling short. Or maybe you're young, just starting out, excited about life, but already feeling trapped by bills, debt, and the weight of financial uncertainty. Perhaps you're a professional and independent doctor, lawyer, or entrepreneur burning out, chasing success, only to realize that the more you earn, the faster it slips through your fingers. You're not alone, and you're not broken. The truth is, the system was never designed for you to win. But here's the good news: wealth is not a privilege, it's a skill. And once you learn how to use it, even a low salary can become the foundation of real, lasting freedom. We've been sold a lie our whole lives that wealth is something only rich people build. Let's break this down. Every dollar you earn has a job, and when you don't tell it what to do, it disappears. Let's say you save just $5 a day. That's $150 a month. But here is the part most people never talk about. While you're retrying to build, debt is quietly destroying everything. Now let's talk about income. Because yes, eventually, we want to increase what you earn, but not by burning yourself out. But here's what matters most. Why you're doing all this? Because money by itself is empty. It's just paper and numbers. And now, maybe you're wondering, Asterisk, can I really do this? Let me be clear, yes, you can. You don't need permission. This is your time. You've waited long enough. You've survived long enough.